Most businesses think disaster means fire, but the most painful losses often come from the gaps: flood, smoke damage, and power loss. Today, I'll show you the most common disaster coverage gaps and how to close them. Hi, I'm Marty with JMW Insurance Solutions. We help business owners protect what they've built and avoid the coverage surprises that show up after a disaster. When a disaster hits, it's too late to discover what's excluded, limited, or missing. That's why it's worth talking about the most common coverage gaps now in calm times when you can fix them cleanly. Today, I'll walk through 4 categories that create the biggest surprises: fire and smoke flood, and water power loss, and spoilage, downtime, and business interruption. 1. Fire is obvious. Smoke is the surprise. Fire damage is usually a covered peril in commercial property policies, but smoke damage can be the hidden disruptor. You can have a fire next door, no flames in your unit, and still be shut down for weeks due to smoke contamination, odor remediation, equipment cleaning, health and safety issues, building access restrictions, gap to watch. Businesses often have property coverage, but inadequate business interruption. They can repair, but they can't survive the downtime. What to check? Do you have business interruption? Is extra expense included? Are limits sized for realistic downtime? 2. Flood is often excluded unless you add it. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings. Many businesses assume water damage equals flood coverage. Not necessarily. Flood, typically defined as rising water from outside, storm surge, or overflow, is usually excluded and requires separate coverage. Even businesses not near rivers can experience flood risk from heavy storms, drainage issues, or regional infrastructure problems. What to check? Are you in a flood zone? Even low-risk zones can flood. Do you have separate flood coverage if needed? If flood isn't covered, can you survive that type of loss? 3. Water damage is not always the same thing. Water losses can be covered or limited depending on cause. Sudden pipe burst, long-term leak, maintenance-related issues, roof deterioration, gap to watch. If a carrier believes the loss was gradual or preventable through maintenance, coverage may be limited. What to check? Do you have a basic maintenance log? Do you know your shutoff locations? Are roof and plumbing inspections documented? 4. Power loss, spoilage, and dependent properties. For some businesses, restaurants, medical, retail, manufacturing, power loss can destroy inventory quickly. Standard property policies may not automatically cover spoilage due to power outage equipment breakdown losses, losses caused by a utility failure, off-premises shutdowns caused by a key supplier or nearby property problem, dependent property. What to check? Do you have spoilage coverage if you rely on refrigerated inventory? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage if machinery is critical? Do you have business interruption sized for disruptions that aren't total destruction? 5. The downtime gap. You can be covered and still suffer. Here's the painful truth. A business can have property coverage, get a claim paid, and still struggle because cash flow and operations can't handle the downtime. Disaster recovery is not just repairs. It's keeping payroll, retaining customers, keeping vendors, staying visible in the market. Business interruption and extra expense are what protect the business itself, not just the building. Quick disaster gap. Audit. 5 questions. Would smoke damage shut you down even if your unit didn't burn? If rising water entered your business, is that covered? If power is out for 48 hours, would you lose inventory or revenue? Could you survive 30, 60 days of reduced operations? If your key equipment fails, do you have equipment breakdown coverage? If you're unsure about any of these, the fix is a simple review, not a complicated overhaul. Disaster planning isn't fear, it's maturity. When your business is prepared, disasters become setbacks, not endings. If you want, we can review your disaster exposures and show you the common gaps: flood, smoke, power loss, and downtime, so you know exactly where you stand. https://jmwinsuranceSolutions.com. Business insurance.